When you ask your partner how they feel about you or something else going on in the relationship and they say, I don't know, here's what's likely happening. I'm Dr. Sarah Hensley. I'm a specialized social psychologist, and I've been studying the science of attachment and attraction inside romantic relationships for nearly 20 years. And here we are with another edition of Cardline Relationship Advice. So the attachment style that is most likely to answer with, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I'm going to do, whatever, is the dismissive-avoidant. The reason that they are often stuck with the I don't know answer is because they don't know. Okay? They are extremely slow emotional processors. Some have never learned to process their emotions at all. So they have a very difficult time accessing their own emotions, making sense of that to even verbalize it. Some go as far as having what we call alexithymia. That might be something you want to Google. It might blow your mind. And they very much go into this nervous system response of freeze, right? Whenever there's conflict or vulnerability. And freeze is sort of like dissociation, like you're cutting the cord between yourself and your emotions. So even if they really wanted to access their emotions in this period of time, their nervous system is saying, no, that's way too unsafe. We've cut the cord, okay? There's no cord connecting you to your emotions right now. And the emotions of other people really, really overwhelm them as well. And so if you've come to them with something emotional, you've already set the stage for their nervous system to probably start going into that freeze response. First, they go into flight where they get really quiet, or they may go into fight where they get a little bit defensive, like, no, you misunderstood me, or that's not how it is, or well, you did this. But then pretty quickly, okay, they exit the situation psychologically and emotionally by launching up into that freeze response where they are just shut down, dissociated, numb. And in their mind at that time, they don't care because they've lost their capacity to care. It's not their true feelings, right? Not knowing is not the truth in terms of how they feel deep down. I don't know means I'm not sure right now. I would have to really go off and take a lot of time and sit with it and figure it out. But even that is so uncomfortable for them, and nobody's ever taught them how to do that. And subconsciously, they feel like that's super weak and not even meaningful or appropriate, anyways. So the likelihood that they're going to come up with a different answer is really very small. And so when they say, I don't know, in the moment they mean it. They don't know because they can't access their own emotions. But if you're a fearful avoidant with the DA, of course you're in the most painful romantic dynamic besides a narcissistic relationship. You're probably going, what do you mean you don't know? That must mean you don't care. Because fearful avoidants assign the most malicious intent. They're extremely fast emotional processors. They make their DA partner feel so outwitted, so emotionally inferior, and that just shuts the DA down even more. And the FA oftentimes can't control their own emotional reactivity, just like the DA can't control their emotional freeze. It's the same thing. Both are trauma responses that are happening outside of conscious awareness, that are not under one's control until you learn the tools to control it. That's what we call capacity building, and that is what I do in my hybrid program. So if you have a partner that is constantly, I don't know what I want, I don't know how I feel, I don't know, and it drives you insane because you feel like I don't know means I don't care, it usually doesn't mean I don't care. It just means in the moment, I've lost my capacity to care. And in order to care or figure out what I would know, I would have to go off and do a lot of what feels like very uncomfortable, very hard emotional labor. If this was interesting to you and you'd like to learn more about attachment, see me at my website, thedatingdecoder.com.